Massage Company, and we bring massage therapy.
Welcome, everyone, to KMVT15's broadcast of this afternoon's game. It is Friday, January 19th. The Mountain View High School boys soccer team is hosting the Fremont Firebirds. This game is a league game in the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League De Anza division. Both teams are in the bottom half of the table, with Mountain View having a league record of 1-3-0, and Fremont at 0-4-1. So one draw out of 4 losses and no wins. Mountain View has eked out a win and 3 losses so far in their league play. Fremont took the kickoff, put it into Mountain View side of the field. Foul was called. Mountain View gets ready. Up. Number 7, Dustin Tang there, the sophomore midfielder, with the ball, trying to dribble down the right-hand side of the box for a shot, which was successfully deflected out by Fremont. That will give Mountain View their first corner kick of the game. Taking the kick for Mountain View will be number 3, Ben Lau, a senior midfielder. The corner is well on the outside of the goalkeeper's box. Mountain View recovers. Wasn't really able to penetrate and in order to set up a shot. Fremont clears. And then their defender number 2, Andrew Bissell, was able to take that clearance and force it out of bounds before Fremont's number 14, Alexander Valdovanos, could get to the ball. Fremont inbounds it right away. Sorry. So on this throw in here, Fremont's number 9, Jose Chavez, their team captain. One of the team captains throws it in, but it bounces harmlessly into the penalty area where Mountain View's goalkeeper intercepts it and then punts the ball. That clearance by Fremont was blocked by Mountain View's number 18, Fernando Miranda. With that, Ramon Aguirre, Fremont will do the throw-in. His midfielder, co-captain Giancarlo Galdames, passes it to the middle of the field. Mountain View then sets up Number 7, Dustin Tang, again to dribble. Down outside of the box. He's pushed back, but is recovered by Mountain View. Their cross into the box sets up a shot, which was blocked. That's really the first shot of the game for either team there. That was Paul Farrow of Mountain View with the cross just to the past the far post of goal, then going on out of bounds across the end line, leaving a goal kick for Fremont. And Fremont gets their first shot of the game off. That was taken by number 23, Dor Moskovich, but easily handled by Mountain View's goalkeeper. Referee calls a foul that time against Mountain View. It'll be taken for Fremont by number 9, Jose Chavez. That ball right happens to be on the 50-yard line, or 50-yard line mark on the field here. Chavez again with a long ball, this time into the edge of the box. And the Fremont's number 10, Giancarlo Galdames, gets a foot on the ball to put in the box. You can't quite call that a shot. Easily handled. The loose ball is easily handled by Mountain View's goalkeeper, who then punts it. That pass from Mountain View's number 3, Bin Lau, long and not to necessarily anyone in particular. It goes out of bounds for Fremont to throw in. And that time the referee calls Mountain View for a push on the back against Galdames. So the Fremont will get a free kick from just their side of the center circle, but against the far sideline, touch line. The referee again calls pushing, this time against Bin Lau of Mountain View and again against Galdames, who is, by appearances, the shortest player on Fremont's team and able to draw that foul a couple times now. Free kick looks to be taken by Fremont's number 9. That ball is low on the ground and deflected by the wall harmlessly. Number 9 for Fremont is Jose Chavez. Very long punt from Mountain View's goalkeeper there. That time you had the same two players, Galdames and Lau, involved and heading for the ball, but that was clearly 50-50, so no foul called by the referee. Mountain View recovered that ball in their half and was looking to make a break, but Fremont forced it out of bounds first to slow the momentum. Ball down the right-hand side for Dustin Tang to run onto, but it's pushed out of bounds by Fremont. And number 15, Eric Rivera, comes up for Mountain View in order to take the free throw, or rather the throw in. That clearance headed by Neil Lunn of Mountain View in order to get control of the ball, but their through pass went through everyone onto Fremont's goalkeeper. That pass down to right side, they're very much looking to get it to number 7, Dustin Tang. The Mountain View defender, Fremont's defender on that play was able to deflect it out, and it bounced off the corner flag for what should be a throw-in. Fremont's Alexander Valdovanos trying to slip the pass in there to a number. That clearance from Mountain View forced out by Michael Wynn, a sophomore defender for Fremont, playing on the back line there. A very nice through ball into the penalty area from Fremont there. Not angled quite enough for their number 17, Abraham Cordero, to get onto it, which gives Mountain View the chance to get it well out of their half with a strong punt from their goalkeeper. Unfortunately, Mountain View was unable to control that in Fremont's final third, resulting in a throw-in for Fremont. Mountain View recovering the ball there, dribbling in the ball to get a shot off. That was by their number 17, Manuel Rosé, but the shot deflected out of bounds by Fremont. Actually, I would probably call that more of a cross than a shot, but it was deflected harmlessly away. That gives Mountain View their second corner kick of the game. Mountain View plays the ball back to their keeper, who settles for clearing it rather than looking to pass it out to Andrew Bissell, who was waiting there on his right. Bissell's clearance that time, though, headed into the back of one of his teammates. The resulting ball fell to the feet of Fremont's number 9, Jose Chavez. He comes down the right side of the box and gets a great shot off. That, however, was blocked out by Mountain View's goalkeeper. Right now? The corner kick for Fremont goes a bit beyond the box. They get their second, or rather third shot of the game, but that was wide of net. KMVT Sports would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. Massage can change your mental and physical state and inspire you to give power and energy to solutions. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. The goal kick from Mountain View then results into a bit of back and forth at midfield. again, Mountain View looks to get down to the right side to Ben Tang. Dustin Tang, apologies, Dustin Tang. Fremont's number 14, Alexander Valdivano's there with the ball on the sideline, could not really give the pass the proper weight for his oncoming teammate there. And a little back and forth here as the referee clarifies the throw-in does belong to Mountain View. I don't have a picture up here on the monitor. Yeah, it's back. Yes, it's back. Okay. Mountain View chooses to play it back to their goalkeeper, who calmly gets it back to his teammate. That was deflected by Fremont and rolling back to the penalty area where the goalie is allowed to handle it. He then throws it out to Kieran Dawson to come up the right-hand side. They lose control of the ball, and Fremont's captain clears it. Lost the monitor. Throwing in for Fremont right now was Ramon Aguilera. The referee has called a foul. Fremont takes a quick free kick. That one from number 17, Abraham Cordero. Mountain View not able to quite clear it all the way. Aguilera comes up to kick it back into the mix there, right at the top of the penalty area. Mountain View a bit more calm with the ball, keeps control and is bringing it up the left-hand side of the field into Mountain View's third. That cross from number 7. Or sorry, that cross from Mountain View is unable to be handled by Fremont's goalkeeper, leaving it for number 6, Ozzy Ortiz, to get it into the goal. And that is just their second real shot of the game, but puts them ahead 1-0. Fremont then kicks off the ball immediately, ready to come back. You know, I read it at that goal kick a minute ago. Was it not over the mic? Maybe the mic had been turned off. Okay. All right. When we get a free kick situation, I'll do that. Okay. Fremont High School gets ready for the throw in here. that will come from their captain. That ball for Fremont lost by Saul Chavez there. Mountain View immediately goes down the right-hand side. And their Fremont goalkeeper calmly pulls the ball into the box so he can pick it up. His punt clears the mid-center line. Fremont unable to control the ball, leaving it for Mountain View to throw in. Substitution for Mountain View now, coming in, number 23, Ian Schneider. The referee calls a foul on Fremont and their handling of Fernando Miranda. That leaves it for Mountain View to take a free kick. They decide to play it quickly on the ground. And there, the defender who just subbed on, number 23, Ian Schneider, loses the ball for Fremont to kick out of bounds, so he'll still get to throw it in. Mountain View able to get a cross into the box, but it's deflected before it gets in front of goal. And their clearance of the ball out of the penalty area goes over the inline, resulting in Mountain View's third corner kick of the half. KMVT Sports would like to thank its sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. Massage can change your mental and physical state and inspire you to give power and energy to solutions. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. And on that play, Mountain View's number... One moment, folks. Sorry. Mountain View's number 26, Ian Schneider. 23, rather, Ian Schneider is able to get to a very low corner kick and get a heel onto it so it goes in at an angle. So with their third shot of the game, Mountain View scores for the second time. That time the pass on was not handled cleanly by Mountain View's Dustin Tang and goes out of bounds, where Fremont's number 0, Ramon Aguilera, throws it in for them. Mountain View sent that pass right away down the left-hand side, trying to get it to number 17, Manuel Rodze. He's unable to keep control of the ball before it touches over the end line, giving a goal kick to Fremont. That through ball from Fernando Miranda down the right-hand side to Dustin Tang was a beautifully placed path, but it turns out Tang was offside, according to the linesman. That was Fremont's Abraham Cordero able to get to that ball, send it down to the left side where they work to pressure Mountain View. Mountain View able to force the turnover there, but not able to control it. It's squirted through into their own backfield. So being down 2 goals, Fremont has definitely adjusted so that they're pressuring a bit more. And that time the referee calls a foul against Mountain View. That'll be for the contact that sent Fremont's player to the ground, number 24, to the ground. Mountain View will take a goal kick to start play. The goalie elects to keep it on the ground, slots it to Neil Lund as center back. That ball sent out of bounds by Mountain View's goal scorer, Ian Schneider. That time the referee calls the foul against Fremont. Mountain View takes the free kick. Lots of contact on the 50-50 balls here, and that time the referee decides it was illegal and that there was a loss of advantage. So Mountain View will be able to take a free kick from just the other side of the center circle. They inclined to keep it on the ground and try and keep possession. That time the Mountain View defender puts it simply over the back line of Fremont, setting up Mountain View's Fernando Miranda for a shot, which their goalkeeper blocked, which Fremont's goalkeeper was able to block. And then in the rebound play, the referee does call a foul on Mountain View. While certainly well positioned, Dustin Tang was also offside on that particular play. That will let Fremont have a free kick just inside the center circle. They elect to play it short and are now looking to keep the ball on the ground, including sending it all the way back to goal, who elects to clear it. And again, Mountain View is offside. That time the pass coming from Eric Alvarado to his teammate, who was offside. Ian Schneider pressuring Fremont there, but they kept control of the ball. Schneider hustling hard to get back and intercepting that through ball. Mike's off. Is there a scoreboard or a clock by this field anywhere? All right, great. Thanks. So with about 10 minutes remaining in the first half, Mountain View leads 2-0. And have certainly shown more possession than Fremont throughout the game, looking multiple times to keep the ball on the ground and move it up on the outside to either number 7, the Dustin Tang, playing out on the right wing, or up their left side. Fremont has been fairly resolute in defense, clearing the ball well a number of times, but under enough pressure to have given up 3 corner kicks throughout the half, on the last of which Mountain View scored their second goal. So that ability to keep the ball in Fremont's final third has certainly paid off for Mountain View. That pressure from Mountain View coming again from midfielder Fernando Miranda, a senior who has provided a lot of the pressure and a lot of the playmaking for Mountain View. With that, Miranda will go off, probably for the rest of the half. And coming on for him was number 12, Kasim Young, also a senior. Fremont again with the free kick, likely from an offside call against Mountain View. That time, the referee looks at the contact there involving Fremont's number 22, Denver Mayer, and awards a free kick to Fremont. They're about 38 yards from the goal mouth as they get ready to take this. The free kick's floated in very nicely, but just over the Fremont attacker for Mountain View to get it clear. It's sent for Shoestock to carry up the right-hand side. However, the ball is shielded well by Fremont and rolls past the end line, so they'll earn a goal kick from it. That time, Denver Nair unable to get onto the ball. Mountain View's goalkeeper will come out to clear that one. And it's actually kept from going out of bounds by Fremont. The referee that time giving the foul to Fremont for that contact occurring around the ball there on the far touchline. And that time Denver Nair, on the near touch line, his cross into the box was deflected, so the goalie could easily control it. However, the goalie's throw to his teammate was not accurate, rolls out of bounds for Fremont to have the throw in. Mountain View being fairly successful at keeping the ball under control and on the ground. That time their right back Ian Schneider had hoped to bring it up the right-hand sideline, but lost control of it. Aguilera will throw it in again for Fremont. That pass from Fremont, really trying to just get it over the top of Mountain View and not to anyone in particular, bounces pretty harmlessly straight to Mountain View's goalkeeper. His punt goes through the defenders, and Mountain View is able to get to it, but instead of a good solid cross, is simply passed gently to the goalkeeper, who's over on that edge of the penalty area for Fremont. Are you guys able to hear the background conversation outside the booth? Okay, good. I couldn't know if that guy could be heard or not. Fremont's number 17, Abraham Cordero, there trying to get the cross off from the left-hand corner, but a great sliding block executed by Mountain View to prevent the danger. Cordero will take the corner kick for Fremont. That's just their second one of the half. Very nice kick, super tight for the goalkeeper, but he's able to get to it and punch it clear. It rolls, though, out of bounds, so Fremont will get to throw it right back in. A lot of action in Mountain View's penalty area there. It does end with a good shot by Fremont. That shot, however, drifts just left of the goalpost. And that will be the end of our first half, with Mountain View leading 2-0 over the Fremont Firebirds here in Mountain View. Renee, you want me to go with the message again right now? Okay, sounds good. I got to get this headset off.
We're a mobile massage company, and we bring massage therapy and yoga to the corporate workplace.
We started this business in order to bring more awareness to corporations for health and wellness.
This is a nice perk that they can offer their employees, and it says, hey, we care about your well-being. We look forward to bringing massage therapy and yoga into your corporate workplace.
KMVT Sports is brought to you with the help of our sponsor, Altos Mobile Massage. Massage has been proven to reduce stress and improve well-being. Healthier and happier employees do better work. Altos Mobile Massage brings the massage to you. Sometimes a little pressure is a good thing. We are getting ready to resume play. In SC Val competition, the halves are 40 minutes long for varsity soccer. And what you'll also notice is the home team always wears a white jersey. That's actually a national high school regulation. The guests, Fremont High School, will be kicking the ball off to start the second half. And at midfield for them doing that is their senior co-captain, number 9, Jose Chavez. That ball in midfield won by Fernando. Sorry, that ball at midfield won by Fernando Miranda, Mountain View, number 18, one of their senior midfielders. It was sent down the left side for number 10, Winston Schustock, whose cross was deflected out beyond the end line, and that will be a corner kick for Mountain View, their first of the second half. That corner goes to the far post. The ball's crossed back across the front of goal, but Mountain View is unable to get it on frame. And Fremont's able to clear the danger. Mountain View was looking to try to keep the ball on the ground there and play it out of the back. They did face a bit of pressure from Fremont there. Specifically from Fremont's Chavez. That time, Fremont's number 7, Brandon Gomez, the senior midfielder, looked to get a very high-powered shot off at goal, but it was really straight into the shin guard of a Mountain View defender. Fremont's number 25, Manuel Molina, has the throw in there, up to Chavez, who's looking to try to dribble across the penalty area, but that ball was cleared out of bounds. Certainly Fremont looking a bit determined and pressuring pretty hard here at the start of the second half. Mountain View defender with an arm out draws a handling penalty just outside, draws a handling foul just outside the penalty area. That ball looks to be placed about 23 yards from goal. Fremont they'll put most of their players up on the wall looking for the free kick to come directly into goal. Mountain View will rather. Fremont has spread its attackers out, so it's hard to say if they're going to shoot or try to loft it out for another player to take a shot. It was an attempted shot, but he was unable. While it cleared over the wall, it did not come back down before getting to the frame of the goal. Referee that time calling a foul on Mountain View's number 17, Manuel Rosé, who had come up behind the Fremont attacker and clipped him. So this free kick will be taken by number 23, Dor Moskowicz. Blocked successfully by Mountain View's goalkeeper. Fremont maintains control of the ball. And they get a cross off. Mountain View unable to clear that, but Fremont can't get to it either. And that time, Fremont able to control the ball, and they get their shot off. It does pass wide of goal to the left-hand side. That was from number 13, Martin Garcia. He is a junior midfielder for Fremont. So about 5 minutes or so here into the second half. It definitely has a different feel than we saw in the first. It seems in the halftime talk there was some adjustments or coaching from Fremont that made the pressure a bit more successful. A terrible giveaway there. Sets Mountain View free into Fremont's attacking third. The cross that was supposed to come to set up for a shot on goal there was deflected by the Fremont defender on out of bounds. So that will be Mountain View's second corner kick of the half, fifth of the game. Quite the display being put on by Mountain View's Fernando Miranda there, able to keep control of that ball and dribble around about three defenders before it was cleared out of bounds. Did not want to talk during all of the action just then, but Mountain View did get off a fantastic shot right off the top of the crossbar that almost put them up 3-0. That clearance from Fremont there looked right over the edge. Turns out it is a throw-in. And the referee makes sure that Mountain View takes it from the very corner and doesn't get an advantage by bringing it in a bit. So Fremont's able to push the ball back there a little bit with the clearance. It's still out of bounds, but a bit further away from goal. And Mountain View's number 5, Patrick Hecht, will take the throw-in. Fremont working hard with numbers there to try to break out of their own half, but unfortunately the pass out to the left-hand side wasn't able to be controlled. Fremont does get their ball over the top, so that number Hecht has to defend. Mountain View has to defend against number 14, Alexander Valdovanos from Fremont. Valdovanos gets the cross off, but it's deflected by Fremont out of bounds over the inline, so that Mountain View High School has the goal kick. Mountain View being pressured by the Fremont team captain, number 9, Jose Chavez. And they earn the foul. So Fremont will get a free kick. About 17 yards away from goal. A lofted ball put right across the front of two teammates by number 1, Captain Daniel Flores. Neither of whom could get onto the ball. It was really well-placed free kick there. That could have been an opportunity to get the first score for Fremont. So Mountain View will take a goal kick again. The referee decides the contact there in going for that ball was a little less than legal and goes ahead and gives a foul in favor of Mountain View. They quickly play it on the ground. However, getting it through down the right-hand side to Dustin Tang, whoever started from an offside position before coming to the ball. As we're about 10 minutes into the second half, we find that Mountain View's not able to quite get the ball on the ground and keep control of it with the same nice possession that they had throughout the first half. However, leading pretty comfortably 2-0, they may not be very worried about it. Fremont's number 29, Christian Gomez, playing deep in the midfield against much taller opponents there, heading that ball clearly away. The Fremont defender miscontrolling that ball there, leaving it for senior Shustak, number 10, to be able to take the shot one-on-one with the goalie. The Fremont goalie did come out some, but certainly a lot more composure on Shustak's part there would have resulted in a third goal for Mountain View. Fremont playing it wide there for number 11, Jaro Gonzalez, a senior midfielder. Try and see what he can make of it. Hecht, the left back for Mountain View, cleared it pretty easily, though. So while sloppy at times, there certainly has been much more pressure in Mountain View's box this half. Fremont now throwing in deep into the penalty area. Mountain View senior Fernando Miranda there coming in to provide pressure so that Mountain View can clear it. That time the pass over the top went into the box, and Mountain View just couldn't, or Fremont couldn't really get a shot off with it. Seems to be a very conscious effort from Mountain View while withstanding this pressure to look to try and counterattack by going over the top from Fremont when they do get the ball. So that time, a slide tackle on the far side of the field is called a foul by the referee. And Mountain View's or free kick rather, into the box, though, going straight into the hands of Mountain View's goalkeeper. Shustak, who had the shot blocked a few minutes ago, was there trying to dribble it up, and Mountain View successfully tackled the ball. Fremont successfully tackled the ball out of bounds. Oh, and that time the referee it turns out the referee was calling that a foul, apparently trying to be consistent. That ball coming through is cleared by the goalkeeper, but Fernando Miranda was there to provide pressure. So while listed as a midfield, it seems midfielder, Mountain View seems pretty happy for him to stay up top and providing pressure and trying to create something on their clearances. And that ball there, waiting for Shustak to run onto it. However, he was starting from an offside position, which means Fremont gets a free kick about 5 yards their side of the center circle. That punt from the goalie was cleared by Fremont, but out of bounds right at the center line. They're unsuccessful about keeping possession on the inbounds throw, and in fact fouls the Fremont player with the ball. They elect a quick free kick It's brought down by their captain, Chavez. But the pass into the box simply goes to Mountain View's goalkeeper. And Mountain View playmaker Fernando Miranda was tripped there just on the Fremont side of the center line, but the resulting free kick is easily intercepted by Fremont, who unfortunately could not really turn it into an attacking transition. Miranda and Tang coming down the right-hand side. Miranda crosses into the box. It goes past the far post for Manuel Rosé to try and handle. He loses the ball. The Fremont opponent unable to keep control of it to dribble out of the box. And a wildly spinning pass up to teammate number 23, Dor Moskowicz, could not be controlled. It bounces up and bounces off his arm for a handling foul. Great through ball from Fremont there for their number 14, Alexander Valdovanos, to run onto. But his cross over to captain Jose Chavez results in kind of a easily handled sort of ball pumped up into the air of the penalty area for Mountain View. The Mountain View keeper picked up the ball, looked to throw to a couple different teammates, and decided instead he'd settle for the punt. Great through ball from Fremont down the left-hand side. Timing-wise, they nearly reached it, but the goalkeeper for Mountain View came out to take control of it just before the attacker from Fremont got to it. Mountain View worked for a while to play the ball on the ground in the back before electing to clear it. Fremont working hard, trying to create some offense, trying to create something on frame that the Mountain View goalkeeper has to deal with. Not successful with it, so he'll set up to take another goal kick. And but before he could do that, the referee decided to come back and have a short conversation with him. Hard to say what that's about, but often in the circumstances, it's because the referee feels the goalkeeper for the team in the lead is taking a little too much time in getting a ball back into play. Another example of that is in this situation where the goalkeeper continues to hold on to the ball while waiting to play it. There is an official time limit on how long they're allowed to do that in the rules of soccer, but you'll frequently see a referee give a verbal warning before any sort of foul is called on it. That time, Mountain View tried to get Fernando Miranda through on goal, but he was in an offside position to start. That will come back with a free kick to Fremont. Mountain View's left back there, Hecht, unable to keep control of that ball, so he wanted to look to dribble out up the left-hand side. That time he settles for a quick pass on the ground, and Mountain View a bit more successful in getting the ball forward that way. They get the ball off to number 18. Fernando Miranda, again, that time up the left side. However, the slide tackle on the loose ball from Fremont sends it out of bounds. Mountain View's Patrick Heck comes up then to take the inbounds throw in the defensive third of Fremont. And about 20-25 minutes into the second half, Mountain View calls for a sub. The referee has called for play to continue, so he'll look to allow that the next chance he gets. And with Fremont also waiting to do a substitution, the referee will allow it on their throw-in. So while Fremont's throw-in and possession, they're allowed to substitute. When you're making a sub, your opponent is also allowed to sub. Therefore, the player from Mountain View comes on in. We're waiting for the referee to signal play may resume. And before doing so, he chose to provide a little verbal guidance to some players on how he's going to call the game. So we'll look to see if that means a bit more of a frequent whistle here as play goes on. Mountain View gets Rosé loose down in the box, but he's unable to get to the pass. Fremont will recover, and their goalie will clear it with a punt. But that's the type of play I think Mountain View is looking in this second half. As they get more pressure from Fremont, they're going to look to quickly move it into Fremont's half and release someone behind their back line. That time, Fremont, with a set of passes, gets a player in behind the line into the box, but he started from an offside position. That means Mountain View will have their goalkeeper take the free kick. The referee there not calling the foul for Fremont, the Fremont player rising above the shoulders of the Mountain View player. They release Shoestock through on goal, but his shot goes directly to the Fremont keeper, and he was, you can see there, Shoestock number 10 slapping the ground in frustration after that play. That's 2 shots he's had this half, both of them blocked. That corner kick lands in center of goal, but well outside the goalie box. Fremont ultimately able to get it cleared out of their third. Mountain View, though, continuing to keep possession. And ultimately deciding, it looked like it could have been a pass back to goal, and you saw the Fremont player go to an offside position. Now, if an opponent had passed that ball back to goalie, he would have been in great position to intercept it and been onside. The Fremont goalkeeper comes up very big there to block the shot by Manuel Rosé. So he is having a very, very good second half. Here we go. Rosé comes down the left-hand side, tries to shoot with the outside of the foot, but the goalkeeper is very well positioned to block it. So that does give a corner kick to Mountain View. That's their third of the half. That one goes well past the far post, and the headed ball simply bounces harmlessly out of bounds. Fremont elects to substitute at this point. So they'll bring Denver Mayer back on to the... Oh, I'm sorry. They will bring Brian Carrillo, a junior defender, in at right back. Mountain View's number 2 there, Andrew Bissell, came off the back line, dribbled very determinedly up the midfield. His through ball trying to set up 17 Manuel Rosé was ultimately Rosé's cross got deflected over the inline, resulting in their fourth corner kick of the half. That will be taken by number 3, senior midfielder Ben Lau. Lau elects to send that one on the ground, which worked successfully for them in their corner kick in the first half. That time, Lau fouled when he had the ball there in midfield. Lau himself will then get to take the free kick. Fremont electing, he's far enough away that they don't elect to put up a full wall, but he puts it on goal, and the Fremont goalkeeper handles it fairly easily. He looks to punt quickly. And Fremont's number 14 has to go, Alexander Valdovanos, has to go up against 2 defenders on his own to try and control that. Ultimately unsuccessful, and the ball is out of bounds where Mountain View can throw it in and try to bring it back upfield. Fernando Miranda there with the ball and some nice dribbling, looking to get himself free. His pass, though, handled by the Fremont defender, and his teammate was unable to get onto it. And in fact, the referee did not like the contact from the Mountain View attacker there and decided to call a foul rather than a throw-in at midfield. And number 17 Manuel Rosé there, certainly much more successful than Shoestock had been. We'll see if we can get a replay of it. Look for the cut back and then a very nice controlled shot higher up in the air, whereas the goalkeeper had been able to block the balls on the ground successfully before. So that's the first goal of the second half, taken about 35 minutes in, probably a little bit less than that, and it puts Mountain View up 3-0. Hey, Renee. Next highlight on that third goal, start a few seconds earlier, because I think there was a pretty nifty back pass to free up Rosé for the shot. Do you want to try it again right now? Let's wait for another goal kicker when there's time. The ball's back in play. Let me know. Let me know again. Will do. Mountain View that time was able to translate the goal kick into some direct and immediate pressure coming down the right-hand side of Fremont, and who really had to scramble to make sure that ball ended up out of bounds and not in play in front of goal. Renee, that was my bad. They substituted. I should have told you then. I'll look for another chance. No worries. I got it right. And on the inbounds throw there, let's do it now. The inbounds throw, the ball's deflected over the touchline. Here's a replay of that goal. And what you'll see is a very nifty back pass there from Manuel Fernando Miranda to get the ball to his teammate Rosé. Here's the corner kick. And it is a fourth goal for Mountain View on two heads of the ball. And it looks like the final touch. All right, here is a replay of that. The final touch comes from number 12, Kasim Young, the substitute forward who had just come in for that play just moments before. So certainly very exciting way for him to get his first touch on the ball. They gave you a couple nice goals for your highlights at the end of the game there. So, in quick succession, Mountain View puts up 2 goals on Fremont here in the second half. After Fremont had really been able to change the tone for a long period of time versus what we'd seen in the first half of the game. Unfortunately, to no avail, as Mountain View just executed too well in front of goal here in the last few minutes. Shoestock able to control that ball there. Ultimately, the referee decides he was fouled. Of course, not stopping play until he's actually lost the ball. That'll give a free kick to Mountain View, just their side of the center circle. Fremont there with a few passes back and forth trying to keep control of it to set themselves up in front of goal. That was their number 17, Brian Carrillo, trying to keep possession of the ball at midfield there. Some referee unhappy with the contact that the Mountain View captain, Shoestock, number 10, had to handle there. They will put the ball into play quickly on the ground. Mountain View sets Manuel Fernando in on goal again, and he tries to dribble through the box. The referee, upon seeing him go to ground, calls, and I'm looking for an indication here. He calls a penalty, so I did not have an angle to see his arm pointing at the spot, but Fernando Miranda is placing the ball on the spot, and the Fremont goalkeeper is warming up, trying to be ready to block the penalty kick. And it was very, very cleanly taken to the left-hand side. The referee has stopped play, though, and awarded a yellow card or a caution to Fernando Miranda for what, from my view, looks to be taunting of the goalkeeper there. Certainly stopped and said a few words there as he bounced up and down in a bit of excitement upon scoring on him. So I could not hear what he said, but the referee was certainly close enough and didn't like it. Now, in the league rules, when a player receives a yellow card, he does have to leave the game, but he can re-enter. Mountain View able to put together the passes in possession in the attacking third here at the end of the game that they, similar to what we saw during much of the first half, and that cross there from midfielder Ben Lau blocked off the back of the Fremont defender over the in-line, giving them what will be their 5th corner kick of the second half, 8th of the game. Trash talk on the goalkeeper there. PK 5-0. And that is the with the referee's whistle there will be the end of the game. So that's a nice 5-0 league win for the Mountain View Spartans here on their home field this Friday afternoon, and certainly some. It was a beautiful, pleasant afternoon and some good play back and forth, with Mountain View able to produce some highlight goals there in the second half. Anything you want me to... okay, I'll read the credits. This has been a production of KMVT15 Sports. Thanks to our producer-director, Renee Antonio Mendoza. Our cameraman, Tim Erskine. Our cameraman, Kevin Burnett. And our cameraman, Tyler Weiss. Thanks, everyone, for watching today's broadcast, and we will see you at another high school soccer game in the near future.